Step 2 is document setup and interface tour. So I'm going to double click on my template file to open it up. And I will get this missing fonts box, and that just means that there are fonts used in my template that I don't currently have on my computer. But that's okay, these fonts are all available in the Adobe font library. So I'm just going to click Activate, and it should install all those fonts on my machine. At this point, I want to go to File and Save to save my project. I want to make sure that I'm saving it to my folder that I created for my project. I'm going to name it Science Article. So for our tour of the interface, the first thing we want to make sure is that your workspace is set to Essentials right up here in the right corner. The workspace simply controls what the interface looks like. So in InDesign, we have our menu bar across the top. We have a toolbar on the left, and there are a lot of tools, but there are only 3 that we'll use today. First is the selection tool, which is this black arrow. And you can kind of think of this as a move tool. If you want to select an object and move it around, you'll do that, or resize it, you'll do that with the black arrow. Note that there's also a white arrow, which is rarely used. You always generally want to go for the black arrow. We have a type tool here. And then we're also going to use the color theme tool down here. It looks like an eyedropper. 3 other tools we won't actually use today, but are good for any InDesign user to know, is the line tool here, the rectangle tool, and if you click and hold, you get a couple other shape tools, and then the frame tool here. On the right side of my screen are the panels. By default, I have 3 panels open. My Properties panel, my Pages panel, and the CC Libraries. There are lots of other panels you can open, and they are all under the Window tab in your menu. There is one other panel that we will use today, and that is the Styles. We're going to go down to Styles and choose Paragraph Styles. And I'm going to use this a few times, so it's easiest if I dock this in my interface. So I'm going to grab the top of it here, and I'm just going to drag over to find this little blue line, and that docks that right there. And then I can close it up to save space.